UPB from OptionMillionaires.com. Tesla's down over 14%, almost 15% now. It's actually bouncing as I speak off the lows, but you can see the action we've had the last couple of days. Rolling over, supposedly Goldman Sachs released a note to its clients saying the stock is priced for perfection. They've been saying that since it was in the 30s and 40s and 50s. And all the way up now, Goldman Sachs decides right at the all-time highs 2 days ago. Who knows who they told before this morning. If you look at the option volume, the last couple days leading into it, these are some of the option contracts. The 105s are up 6,500%. The 110s are up 12,000%. The 111s are up 7,000%. 7,900, 61,000. So you can look. There's been a lot of money to be traded, to be made if you were trading the stock options ahead of Goldman Sachs coming out with this note. We also have the moving averages rolling over. But anyway, it'd be interesting to see if any other analysts come on and try and pile on this train, because we actually had an analyst come out a couple days ago, move their target up considerably higher. We have Bank of America Merrill Lynch reiterating their $39 price target. That's been doing well so far. So anyway, it'll be interesting to see where we're headed here with Tesla. It's a very interesting stock. A lot of people hate it. One of the most heavily shorted stocks out there. Prior to its run-up, still heavily shorted. A lot of people think it's just a flash in the pan. They make a handful of cars, yet their market cap is right up there with the company that should be making a lot more cars. So it'll be interesting to see where it goes. What do I think is going to happen here? Of course, if you look at this chart, the moving averages are rolling over here, but we have something to look at. The relative strength index has plummeted. A couple days ago, when the stock was at all-time highs, the RSI was in overbought territory. Now it's severely oversold. So I think short term, we could see a really nice run up here. I think it's already happening. Let me just look real quick intraday. We're getting a bounce up here to about 109. However, I like this stock, but I think the momentum is probably fading a bit here, and that we might get a couple days of a relief rally, but we're going to come down to this $85 level. That's where I like it. Maybe a hair or two over that. If you're an option trader, right now, not the place to be trading Tesla options. If you look at the price of some of these options here, but just to get back to the 118s, a significant move, or even the 110s or 290. So you really got to spend some money here to have some game in Tesla. So as far as options are concerned, I don't think it's the place to be right now as far as short-term options. I guess instead of buying the stock or shorting it, you could get some puts, get some far out of the money puts, get some puts down the road. Right now, the $85 puts are something like 30 cents on the bid, so that's pretty wild. If we do get a bounce, that's for this week. Those will quickly evaporate in value. So what I think is going to happen here short term, we're going to bounce up to about 110, 112, and then ultimately this 115 level that I highlighted as support this morning in the chat room. And then I think we're going to continue lower. Not that I don't like the stock longer term, but I think we're going to have a couple days where the bleeding continues. And then when the bleeding stops, it'll be about $85, maybe a little bit higher than that. And then we'll bounce up, and Tesla's going to be back over $100 into the fall. All right, UPB here from OptionMillionaires.com. I mean, look at some of these options. Pretty wild. Just look what I'm pointing out here. Okay, the 110's up 25,000%. The 105s are up 8,600%. The 100s are up 6,800%. The 9750s are up 3,166%. The 116s are up 3,553%. Wouldn't it be nice to have some knowledge that Goldman Sachs was going to release a note to its client? And wouldn't it be highly profitable to kind of front run that a couple days in advance? So anyway, just something to think about. We saw it with Leap Wireless. You can see the open interest on the put side compared to the call side. You can go back probably. I'm going to scan through it tonight and see what kind of volume I've seen. If you look at some of the option contracts, let me just see if I can go into it. The 118s. And now, of course, Goldman Sachs is they've been around for a long time. So they're not going to be like the person who bought those Leap Wireless calls heading into that acquisition by AT&T and buy them in a boatload 18 minutes before the bell. No, they're going to space it out and make it look very unsuspicious. So anyway, it'd be almost nearly impossible to find any kind of suspicious volume. But we did have it on the 118, some really late day volume. Heading into the close, some really strong volume. Somebody was loading up. The whole day was kind of flat. The end of the day, kind of loading up on the puts. Those puts were only up 2,494%. Basically from, what is that, 40 cents to $10.25. So that's pretty impressive. That's $400 into 10 grand. Pretty nice move. The 118s, we also had the 119s. See some strong volume late into the day, and then look at it rally up significantly, up 2,000%. UPB from OptionMillionaires.com. Tesla, it'd be interesting to see where it heads. It bounces at 108.60. I think it's going to ultimately head lower, possibly touching that long-term support line at roughly 85 before making a pushback over $100. All right, UPB. Everyone, have a great trading day. Goodbye.